Hey everybody, Ira Miller here, Homes Around the Villages coming to you. Monday Night Live, our bi-monthly show, and we are here to answer any of your questions. So, everybody hear me?
I'm not hearing it. Is it showing?
I don't know.
Testing.
Yeah.
Maybe it is my volume. Let me check.
Can everybody hear me? Hey, there's Sylvan. I'm getting ready to see Sylvan here towards the end of this month, right, Sylvan? He's coming down. So anyways, thanks everybody for joining us this evening on our Monday Night Live show. And I'm here to answer any of your questions that you may have. First thing I want to do is I was out on top of the world yesterday. And I heard through the grapevine that there is a home that is for sale. It's one of their, what they call move-in ready homes. So, spec home, I know they don't like to use that term. Doesn't sound so glamorous as move-in ready home. But they do have a move-in ready home, and it is, what is the floor plan? Oh, great. Not the Aurelia. I'll think of it in a minute. But anyways, it's $400,000. A little over 400. It has over $100,000 in upgrades. What happened was somebody had ordered the home and it went back to the developer. And so it's not ready just yet. It's being built. It will close in July. So if somebody wanted to get a home like the old days when you could go in there and look at all the inventory that these developers have, this one home is in inventory. So great opportunity for someone who wants to not have to go through the homeowner process. It has all the goodies in it. It has crown molding. It has the upgraded cabinets. It has your LVP, luxury vinyl planking. It has your quartz countertops. Like I said, it has over $100,000 in upgrades. So this is exclusive tonight to my viewers. And you guys get a chance if anybody's out there in the market for a home in On Top of the World. Christian, I need the floor plans of On Top of the World. Do we have a list of those?
Yes. Let me see.
And so I can go ahead and I'll show you guys what the floor plan is. And then, like I said, there was even... So here's the deal with On Top of the World and all these other developers except the Villages. With the Villages, if you go and reserve a home site with them, then it takes you about 2 to 3 months to get in to order a home. And then they have to go through the permitting process, and then they have to go ahead and build that home. So I'd say you're probably at a 9-month period to get a home built in the Villages. And On Top of the World, it's about a 10-month period, but you have to go into a lottery. So you put your name in the hat. If they pull your name out, then they'll call you. They'll say, hey, your name's been picked. Here's a lot. Do you want the lot? If you don't want it, you go back in the hat for the next time. That's kind of the deal with them. So you have to wait until your name is pulled for that. So there was a home site that somebody wanted. They put money down on it. Then I guess they changed their mind. So rather than it going back into the pool of available home sites, it was sitting out there, but it's gone today. And so we still have that one home that Christian is checking on. So anyways, let's kind of, once again, thank you all for showing up. And Jacqueline, what can I say? You're one of my biggest fans. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Jacqueline D. And here's what we have. Okay, so the Ariana. That is the name of the floor plan that is available. Are they in here? Any of the floor plans in here, Christian? No?
No, those are just what I found for now. Do you know specifically where we have those? Is there like a package like that?
It's in that USB drive, I guess.
Oh, yes.
So we have a USB drive that has all the floor plans. It has everything about On Top of the World. We'll see if we can't get that floor plan up. I'll get Christian working on it when he gets back here, and he can go ahead and put it up on our screen. All right, so let's see. Let's kind of work through Kevin Jacks. Kevin, oh gosh. Kevin, can we show the picture? I know you don't care. He's proud. He's a proud grandpa. So we'll go ahead and... There it is. There's Big Geo. There he is. That's Kevin's mini-me. That boy looks just like his grandpa. So Kevin, thanks for showing up on the show today. I appreciate it. Let's see. Hello from New Jersey. Okay, so Elaine kind of said, okay. Christian, I guess, had his earphones turned down. So he didn't think that the volume was going. So we're good to go. Laura Lamp, hola, thank you for joining us from suburban Chicago. 25 degrees. You're having a heat wave, aren't you?
I just emailed it to you.
Oh, you emailed it to me. All right, hold up, guys. Let's see if we can let y'all see what is available. Sorry for the delay. We weren't planning on doing this, I guess. There we go. All right, so...
Would you like me to show the screen?
Huh? Here we go. Oh, gosh. All right. Okay, so... On Top of the World. You guys get a little sneak peek in my emails. You see all those emails I get every day? It's crazy. I have to have Paige and Danielle go through my emails every day to make sure that we don't miss y'all. All right, Ariana, floor plan. There you go. So let's see. So they have a couple elevations. I think, I better not even speculate which elevation that it is there. But this is the floor plan of the home. And I'm pretty sure they told me it has a golf cart garage. It has an extended lanai. So you see where the lanai stops right here? This lanai is extended all the way out to the end. So it has all kinds of different great options that go, and I think they were telling me it's 420. So 1,986 square feet living area. Obviously, it's a bigger garage, like I said, because it does have the golf cart garage in it. Oh, here it is. I guess this is what she was talking about. When I asked her if it had a golf cart garage, she said yes, like the Livingston, and this is what the Livingston has. It has a little space in the back of the garage. the covered lanai is going to be bigger. And also, the cool thing about these premier homes, they have the ability to have brick pavers out in the back. So there you go. That's what is available today, but like I said, will not be finished until July. Virtual tour, I don't know what a virtual tour, they have an internet interactional. So this gives you a little idea of what it looks like as well. So if we turn around, this is what the kitchen looks like. We'll go back over here. Big pantry. This is the laundry room. You can take the laundry room right into the master closet if you want to. And then this is where the garage is. You kind of throw your keys over here. So this is pretty cool. Haven't done this before. Hopefully this works for y'all. Let's kind of go down. There we go. That's a little bit better. So there's the front door. You have your guest bedroom over here. You have a little flex room over here. All right, so you're coming through the front door, and then this is what the Ariana will look like coming through the front door, okay? So that gives you a little sneak peek at everything there. All right, enough of that. I think we'll do a little more of that in the future. I like that. That was cool. All right, so have to get back to, I got it. All right, so there you go. So thank you, Kevin, for allowing me to show your pride and joy here. So who else do we have? Lynn Jennings, Angie, is that Nate? We have a great place here called Mesa de Nate, right? Christian, I just gave Christian a gift card for being such a great partner with me, and he went out on a date and went and ate at Mesa de Nate.
And enjoyed a nice pork shank.
Pork shank. Top notch. So any of y'all coming, it's in Ocala, Mesa de Nate. All right, are most homes in the village is selling for cash or financing? So it's about a 50-50 for homes selling in the villages. All right, let's kind of go back to the top here. So, WrestlerMania, wanted to say hey. Haven't had a chance to say hi to you. Thank you very much for coming on board. Loyal viewer, I appreciate that, coming every other week. So let's see, what is he saying? Great idea. Show falling snow on your green screen and claim it's snowing in your backyard in Florida. Freak your visitors. That's hilarious. No one's going to believe that. It doesn't snow in Florida. What was the temperature today?
It is 73 right now.
73 degrees right now. It's 6:15. It's dark out. So I bet it got up to kind of high to mid to high 70s today. We're bragging. Has anyone used this car service to the villages, Creative Concierge, flying into Sanford? I've never heard of Creative Concierge. I've heard of, what is that, the Villages?
Shuttle.
The Villages Shuttle. We've heard of that. And the Villages has their own shuttle, and then there's another private one, the Villages Limousine or something. I forget what. Christian will look that up for us. But I haven't heard of Creative Concierge.
We got The Village's Transportation, Elite Transportation by George.
Okay, so the Village's Transportation and the Village's Shuttle are two different companies. The Village's Shuttle are run by the Villages. The Village's Transportation is a private-owned company. So Laura, you're surprised 50% of the homes in the Villages. I'm kind of surprised 50% are cash, really, because if you think about it, for any given community, that's cash. The way prices are today, it's quite a bit. Okay, the house we are selling in Ohio is 30 years old and needs new windows. Do you think we should replace the windows before we put it on the market? Why, Angie, does it need new windows? So I guess that's the real question. If it's just because they're old or outdated, are they double pane? Are they insulated windows? And I think nowadays most people are looking for that, especially up north. So if you would answer that, then I can probably help you out a little bit more. Yeah, well, Laura, here's the deal with cash. Mortgages are so cheap these days. You can get them for like 3.5%. Some of them, even we're getting them for 3%. It's a write-off if you need a write-off. So there's a lot of people that could pay cash, but they choose to finance just for the write-offs. That's my secret goat juice. Right?
So it looked like it wasn't showing fully on with the green screen.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, no. Whoop. Anyways, we're kind of off today, aren't we? I just feel kind of off today. I don't feel on task. Because I was on the phone. I had to run in here and jump in the seat real quick when I got off the phone. All right. So let's see. Hello, Kate and Doug from California. So thank you for joining us. Let's see. It's 3:18. 3:18 out there in California right now. So you guys that's a little early for you. It's not dark where you are. And Nightingale 212, good evening. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, hey, Elaine, I saw that about snow in Hawaii. But then they were saying about how high some of their mountains are, so that's why they would get snow. So see that? There's Panda Hughes saying, they have to pay cash. Kevin, not pay cash. They're going to have to finance. Kevin is saying he's going to finance. I don't know if he has to or not, but he's going to go ahead and finance. So, there's a lot of people that finance. So, like I said, most can afford to pay cash, but a lot choose to just go ahead with a mortgage. Especially, that's the thing, Laura. You're saying you paid your mortgage off 6 years ago, not sure if you want another one. Well, hey, look, people put their money to work for them. A lot of people can make more on their money than what you're paying in interest. And so it's kind of a good way to get a write-off, take that money, use it to make money for you, rather than dumping it all into a home. So that's the thought process anyways. Angie's telling me the screens are old and some are torn. 3 windows are starting to become hard to open. I think you could spend a whole lot less money on just redoing the screens and a little WD-40 on there, and they'll be good to open. So It's up to you. I mean, I don't know if I would sink the money into them if it wasn't that big a deal. So probably not. I would probably use the old WD-40, rescreen it so they look newer, and you're good to go. So, and then Nightingale said that they changed the balancers on the windows. So again, I'm not knowing what kind of windows you have. If you have the ones that are like here in Florida, yeah, you can replace those springs that hold the window up in place, and then you just have to kind of force it down a little bit with a little bit of pressure. But that might be, but I wouldn't even do that if you didn't have to. If they work, like I said, a little spray probably will go a long way. All right, anyways, let's see what else we can talk about. So I did a video today for somebody who lives in Barbados, and they're not able to fly across the ocean and look at this home. So that was good. Out there filming another villa for this person. We'll see what they think. But I'm going to have to write that up because it'll be gone after today.
Did you want to talk about home warranties?
Home warranties?
I know you had some thoughts about those.
Yeah. If you want, why don't you go grab those home warranties, the stack of home warranties that we have?
Where's that at? On your desk?
Right by my desk. There's a stack of them. Oh, and Jerry. Oh man, Jerry, that's a good point, because yeah, you're right. With building materials, what they are today, you will probably be waiting quite a bit to, even if you were to order new windows. So I wouldn't even, that's the thing. You might go put a deposit down on them. They might say they're going to come in a month or 2 months, and then end up telling you that, well, they delayed, they're on the boat, or they're in the cargo or whatever, and start, the delay tactics that they use sometimes. They want to get your money, and then I was just reading something about WrestleMania. Ira, is that your leather chair, or did you eat some vegan food? Ah ha ha, wrestler. Yeah. Boy, you could, so, you hear that? So many people would say, I can't hear your talk up or something like that. That's why sometimes I'll get down here, because I'm afraid that you won't be able to hear me. But wrestler, if you can hear that, I know I don't have a problem with y'all hearing me. So let's see, what else are we going to talk about? I'm looking over all my chats here. I don't know if all you can. I guess you can, because you're answering each other. So you're probably seeing what I'm seeing. Okay, so you have Anderson windows. Usually Anderson are pretty high-end windows, and they're the wood-framed windows. The Anderson are usually pretty nice. But yeah, going back to what Jerry said, my mom had to wait 6 months to get replacement windows. Probably not going to be practical for what you want to do, Nightingale. So love Barbados, been there several times. Yeah, David doesn't know it, but he might just possibly be my new best friend here shortly. I'll have to visit Barbados. I might have to get a contract signed, so got to go to Barbados, right? What's the boatyard, Kevin? Is that the name of a restaurant, or is that a real boatyard? Okay. I could always tell when WrestleMania is writing me, because he has these little emojis by his name. He's got a smiley face. He's got a thumbs up. Got another smiley face. So I always know when he's chiming in there. Okay, so I have an opportunity to purchase a home in the Mulberry area. Do you think I would have any trouble renting it out? I know some renters like to be closer to the squares. So what I tell all my folks is if you're going to rent it out annually, I don't think you'll have any problem at all renting that property. Seasonally, you will, because you are correct in that respect that seasonal people, they're here for the party. They're here to party the winter away. They want to be close to a square. So they want to be out there where the music is, the dancing is, the drinking is, the partying is, the camaraderie that they have there. And so, yeah, don't even think about going out to the Mulberry area for a rental, a seasonal rental home. Now, I get people all the time asking me, "Hey, Ira, do you live in the Villages? Where do you live?" No, I don't live in the Villages. As most of you already know, I live in Ocala. And they say, well, if you are going to move to the Villages, where would you move? So I say, Marion County. That's where Mulberry is. And why do you like Marion County? Why do you like the Mulberry area? Well, there's a lot of reasons why, and a lot of people don't really, that most people don't know about, but several reasons. Number one, and I think I've mentioned this several times before, but it just, it's worth repeating. Number one, I live in Ocala. So if I lived in the Marion section of the Villages, I'd be closer to Ocala, right? And so it's great to be able to get out of the back end of the Villages and get up to Ocala and get to all their great restaurants. They have some fantastic restaurants in Ocala. You can get to the malls, you can get to the car dealerships. So it's just, and a lot of people, a lot of the locals, a lot of the full-time residents here in the Villages are out of here in the wintertime, and they go up to Ocala to go out to eat rather than trying to fight the crowds in the wintertime here in the Villages. So that's one good reason why you want to live in the Marion County section of the Villages. Another reason why, the landscaping. They have beautiful, big, beautiful oak trees, very mature. The landscaping is very mature. That's another great reason why. Third great reason why, kind of a little bit to what I was alluding to before, my first reason, that's because the Villages get so crowded in the wintertime with people in traffic that if you live up in the northern section, you don't have to deal with those crowds as much, although a lot of people from the middle and interior part of the Villages comes up to the Marion County area to go shopping to the Publix up there, the grocery store, to try to avoid the crowds, but they in themselves are creating crowds by leaving there and going up there. So it is what it is. But I really, if I did live in the Villages, that's where I'd live, in the Marion County area. Not only that, and the fourth reason, housing is less expensive up in the northern section of the Villages. And that just, is because of people's misinformation about that area and thinking that they want to be closer to a square. But trust me, when you live here full time in the villages, you are not going to be going to those squares after 3 or 4 months. You just kind of burn that out. Is what it is. Then you start thinking to yourself, you want to go to the square? Nah, we won't go to the square tonight. Do you want to go to the square? No, we can always go anytime we want. And I always liken it to Disney World. Disney World is an hour away from here. We can go whenever we want. I keep saying I'm going to go to Disney World to go look at the lights. By the time I get to Disney World, Christmas is probably going to be gone, and I'm going to miss the lights anyways. Time goes by so fast. That's just the way it works. So that's how it kind of works around here. Let's see. There we go.
Speaking of that, the Ocala lights are now up.
Lights are on the square in the Ocala. And where I really want to go is to St. Augustine. Supposedly, St. Augustine is spectacular. And every year I try to get up there. Same thing. I'll get there. And I never go. So
Yeah,
I am going this year, Christian.
it's beautiful before they put on the lights. So
Yeah, St. Augustine is beautiful. They have some great restaurants. The Columbia is one of them.
Prohibition Kitchen.
Prohibition Kitchen. What was that hotel that Danielle was talking about?
That I don't know.
There was a hotel in, let's see here. I'll tell y'all in just a second. Maybe I shouldn't tell everybody.
Not unless they're going to bring you.
That's right. You gonna bring me? St. Augustine. Hotels. Let's see. Luxury.
Ooh, make sure to send sympathy to Nightingale. They live by a bagpiper.
They live by a bagpiper. All right, let's see. The Collector, St. George, Hilton, Hippolyta. These are apartments. These aren't hotels. Yeah, these are apartments. Luxury hotels, I said. Hotels. Luxury hotels. Let's see. There we are. But if you come here this winter, you're going to want to take a little trip up there, I think. Oh, gosh. Casa Monica. Isn't that it? Casa Monica Resort and Spa. I think that says it's a 4-star. But I think that's what Danielle was talking about. Or somebody else was talking about a great hotel.
Oh, the images, yes, it looks good.
Yeah, so. All right. So there you go, Angie. Hopefully I answered your question about buying a home in the Mulberry area. I would not hesitate. Like I said, I think prices are better up there. You're closer to the Ocala and all Ocala has to offer. But as far as renters go, just be careful with that. And so Kevin says, Boatyard in Barbados is a beach. Do you know of a good home inspector person who does the work and just doesn't pencil whip it after one buy? Do you know of a good home inspection person who does the work and just don't pencil whip it after one buys? Bertie? It's late. I'm not sure my brain is computing what it is you're asking for. I know of a good home inspection person, but you're saying after one buys, usually you have a home inspection before you buy, not after you buy. So I don't get that. Sorry, maybe you can kind of clarify that for me. I have a 2-story colonial style home with 20 windows. Wow. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't think I'd do that. 20 windows? That would have to cost a fortune. Quieter neighbors, quieter neighborhood and neighbors are important to me. I have one neighbor who blasts the music from his or her car stereo every day. Oof. That's horrible. And then Nightingale has a neighbor who's a bagpiper. Okay. Yeah, I'm all about the quietness for sure. All right, so Jerry asks, are the taxes less up north? So here's the deal, Jerry. You know that the bond that homes in the villages have are higher the further south you go. So that's what makes taxes cheaper, because you pay for your bond in with your property taxes every year, along with your maintenance fees. So maintenance fees are higher as you go south. The bond is higher as you go south. So you will pay more in taxes because of that. Now, if you're talking just strictly taxes and you're not taking into consideration the bond or the maintenance fee, I would say Marion County is second for taxes and Sumter County is first and Lake County is the highest. Simply because Lake County always has a city tax with the county tax in the villages. So you're being taxed to give money to the city of Lady Lake and Fruitland Park, where Sumter County, Sumter County does have that in the new area because the villages decided to annex the newest part of the villages, the Finney and DeSoto and Linden and all those areas, Marsh Bend and all that, into the city of Wildwood. So taxes are really high down south because you have higher bonds, higher maintenance fees, and a city tax on top of the county tax. So I would say, so there is Sumter County proper, north of 44. That would probably be your lowest tax base. Marion County, then Lady Lake, Lake County, Lady Lake, Fruitland Park, and then lastly, the Wildwood, Sumter County area, in, I would call it Villages South. So just know that, okay? Keep that in mind when you're looking at homes. But, hey, some people come from Staten Island or Long Island or some of these higher California, and taxes down there and down south are nothing compared to what they pay for. So it's all relative. How about if we put it that way? It's all relative about what you're used to paying. And it is what it is. You might be able to find a home where the bond's paid for down south. And that'll really lessen your taxes up. But I don't always agree with the fact that they have annexed Wildwood. I don't know why they do that. I never see any Wildwood police, and I don't know any other reason why they would annex Wildwood into the newer area, but it is what it is. I'm not even going to go down that road. It is what it is, right? So, but don't get me wrong, it's beautiful down there. They have walking trails and They just opened up a new championship golf course down there, and they have putt-putt golf and a lot of pet parks, and they have archery range. They have all kind of stuff down there.
That place where they have the multiple restaurants inside.
Oh, that's not built yet.
Oh, no, not yet.
No, that's just projected. Okay, so there's a lot of people buying new homes from the villages down there, down south. I don't know. They don't have any bagpipers, I don't think, down there. So Jerry thinks for that are the taxes less up north. They're pretty reasonable up north. Everybody's saying, OMG, a bagpiper. Hey, well, I hate to say it, bagpipers remind me of funerals, So, yeah, I get it. Didn't realize you lived in Ocala. Yes, I moved here about a year ago and just love it here. The villages are just too crowded for me. So, Patricia, exactly. And that's why I branched out, I used to be called the villages expert. And, but so many people were saying just what, Patricia, you're saying. It's too big, it's too crowded, so they go to Ocala. All right. We would love to go to the NCAA football game in Miami, Georgia versus Michigan on my bucket list. Oh, Kevin. So, come on down. All you got to do, go to, what's that ticket, not Ticketmaster, what is it? Let's see what tickets are for I'd like to see that too. Georgia, Michigan. How many people think it's going to be Georgia and Alabama again? StubHub.
Oh, okay.
There you go. And they also have Vivid Seats, Ticket Smarter. I wonder how much prices are. I bet it's pretty pricey.
Plus the surcharge.
Don't forget the surcharge. Yeah, it would be nice to go down to Miami, though, especially when you guys are up there freezing, right? So that's where I'm from, Miami. Maybe y'all didn't know that either. Actually, I'm not from there. I was born there. But when I was real young, we moved to Fort Lauderdale. And that's where I grew up, South Florida. And South Florida was South Florida before you had Naples and Fort Myers. I used to drive my motorcycle over there. It was nothing but a little fishing town when I went across there. So, okay, let's see. All right. All right, I have a real big problem here. I might have to get Christian to fill in for me here.
What's wrong?
So everybody, guess what? I'm gonna have to break away for about 5 minutes, if you don't mind. Because I have somebody that's wanting to write a contract on a home, and this person is going to present all the offers they have. Hold on a second. I've never had this happen before. Let's see. Okay. So, would you all bear with me for just about 5 or 10 minutes? Could I beg away from you? You want to fill in for me?
Sure.
All right, here's Christian. You get a treat tonight. Hold on. Thanks, Christian.
Hello, everyone.
Good thing you cleaned yourself up, isn't it?
Yeah, you might have overheard Ira. I just shaved, had a semi-beard growing, so I'm now clean cut just for you guys. I might not be able to answer any real estate questions you have. That is for the expert. But I do live in the Summerfield area and have lived in the Ocala area for, 23 years now? So if you want a young perspective on anything, feel free to ask. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Jerry and Jacqueline. Nice to see you too, Elaine. I have not heard of a fourth square going up, but here, let me get this set up. I can show you guys what is going on currently. This is not being constructed yet that I know of, but it is in the beginning phases. Just one second. Here we go. I'm gonna go switch over. Yes, Jacqueline, I have lived in Florida my whole life. Traveled around a bit of the state when I went to college, but mostly in Central Florida the whole time. And here, I'm gonna switch to the computer screen for you guys. Just one second. So right here, what you see on the screen is Sawgrass Grove. Let's see, and then they're going to be opening up the Iselle Recreation Complex beginning November 13th, so that should now be open. And that is including an expanded fit club, enhanced lighting in the card rooms, sports pool, spectator areas, and an 18-hole putting course. Here's just a little map showing you the recreation complex with the amenities to get a little layout. And the coming soon, the market, the sales and information outpost, pub and kitchen, and looks like an entertainment and boxcar stage, which I am not sure what that is. Sure, I can do that, guys. Let me pull up the inventory. Some people are asking for that. Yeah, so let me pull that up for you guys. Here, one second. I'm just gonna grab. Let me just remove it to the other view. I would not like to show off Ira's passwords. That might be a little too much information. I've got to refresh the page. All right, going to show you guys the screen. All right. Let's see. So just active homes in the villages, we are getting 64 matches right here at the bottom. Let me click on that. Here we go. We can see some of the listings currently available. And right now they're organized by price, the lowest ones being 165, being the lowest price currently available, going up to 1.8 mil for the most expensive. And I can actually show you guys what this looks like on the map so you can see kind of where they're spaced out. So it looks like they're pretty evenly spread out to the new section and the old section. The northern section is the older areas, with past County Road 466 being some of the newer, and the newer keep going down and down until you hit the turnpike. You can even see some around the turnpike, for example. And these will be your very newest ones. Let me go back out. Let me just grab my laptop. All right, I'm just looking through your comments right now. I think Jacqueline is asking about the market in North Florida. We can take a look at that. Do a map actually. Oh yes, let me go back to that so you guys can see. It was yes, 64 currently on the market to Laura. And this is just the villages. If I add in, for example, we can take a look at on top of the world. And we have 47 active in on top of the world. And I can also add in Taylor Hills, Indigo east, which are communities outside but a part of On Top of the World. And that brings it up to 52. So let me just put Ocala. Okay, 19 for the Ocala On Top of the World, including Candler and Indigo East. And yeah, Brian says we can look at Plantation, which let me pull that up for you guys so you can compare that. So we have 19 On Top of the World versus $14 matches is what we're getting for the Plantation at Leesburg. We can take a look at one of those. Let me go to here, for example, is one at the Plantation. This one is currently listed for $391.9. Jacqueline, the Plantation at Leesburg is another community. Let me show you. We actually did a video tour of the Plantation on our channel if you guys would like to check it out. Ira went through the rec center. He went to the big house. I can show you a picture of it if I go back out, which does look like a actual plantation home. Here, for example, is it in front of the pool. A slightly bigger one. Oh, nice. Brian lives at the Plantation. How do you like it, Brian? And Sylvia, if you'd like to make an offer on anything, the best thing to do would be to call Ira. He'd be able to help you walk through creating a contract for it and sending it out to the sellers of the home and their agent. Here, let me put in his phone number for you guys. And with that, you can call or text. If he's busy, the best thing to do would be to text him. He will always look at his messages. And if he somehow misses them, then he has one of his assistants, me or Danielle or Paige, to remind him to text you back. And yeah, it is just called the Plantation because of the style that the home is in. It was a plantation style home. Not to conjure up any images of actual plantations. Let me go back to the MLS. Any other communities would you guys like to see? go back to the map view just so you guys can kind of see the spread of homes. Oh, looks like Jacqueline's siding with Kevin. Go Patriots. Laura says she'd like to see Stonecrest and Spruce Creek South. Yes, I can pull those up. Let's see, we got 4 for Spruce Creek South. Going from 190 to 290. I'll show you guys the map as well for those. And then let's check out Stonecrest. $13, quite a bit more than the 4 from Spruce Creek South. And let's see, these are going to go from 239 to, or 239.9 to 500. All right, Angie, thank you for joining our stream. Looks like she has to go. And yes, Jacqueline, this is in Central Florida. Birdie wants to know if anything around the polo field is for sale, which we can take a look at. And the polo field is in the Marion County section. Well, Nightingale, if you remember the name, we'll be sure to pull it up to show everyone else. I can't think of any in Claremont that I know the name of. I think the polo field should be right in this area on Buena Vista. Which again would be the Marion County section of the Villages. So one of the older sections. Yeah, Laura, it is right around the center, a nice area of the Villages, developed. So you don't have any new trees, for example. It's pretty mature in that section. Though it does look like they're evenly split. You have quite a few in the older section. You have quite a few in the newer as well. Any other area suggestions? Or communities that you would like to see the inventory of? Let's see, I can actually show you guys a map of the different communities. Okay, Brian, I'll pull up Legacy of Leesburg. See, it looks like we have 3 of the Legacy of Leesburg. (2006) from $295. (2002) for $298 too. And a 2008 for $3025. Sure, Laura. I'm going to pull up the area around Spanish Springs. So if we just go back to the villages, Tour 64, go to the map. Let's see. So if we look at Lake Miona, this is around the Lake Sumter Landing section. So for Spanish Springs, we go above County Road 466. And actually, while we are in this section, near Spanish Springs is actually our office. If you see this Rolling Acres Road, this intersection with 466, our office is actually right here in this section, right off Rolling Acres. But if you take Rolling Acres up, it will take you to 441. And then on 441, you will have Spanish Springs. And it looks like I see 3 at the moment right in that area. Let me zoom out just a little bit, see if any more pop up. A couple more in that area. One on Hickory Head Hammock, for example, is listed. And Hickory Head is actually its own little community inside the villages, with its own private gate. Here's, for example, one of them in Hickory Head. And we actually have a video called Things You Might Not Know About the Villages, where Ira and I go through Hickory Head, showing you just a little bit about the section, because you do need a separate gate card to get in there. Well, normally your other gate card can work in other areas of the villages. You can drive through most villages with it. We can go back to the map and we can look at some across the street. And the area across the street from Spanish Springs is some of the oldest homes in the area. we look at this one, you can see this one was built in 1981. And in the village of Orange Blossom Gardens, one of the first communities. So Laura says, for those who live in the villages, is it true that movie theaters at Spanish Springs and Brownwood are not going to reopen, and the only movie theater in the villages will be the one at Lake Sumter? So I do not have 100% source on this, but from what I've heard, that is true. That from what I know, the theater in Brownwood was currently being used as a vaccination site, and so was already closed down. And they don't have plans of reopening it. The Spanish Springs Rialto Theater is also going to be closing down from what I know, and will be replaced with a extension of the village's hospital. If we go to Google Maps, and I just pull up... you can see the Morse Village Hospital. And they're going to be extending it to where the Spanish Springs movie theater is. At least an extension of it. What that will be for, I'm not sure, but I just hear that they're overcrowding at the hospital currently. Yep, Nightingale says it's a monoclonal antibody administration site. Laura says, one movie theater for 140,000 people and growing in size every year. Wow. I would agree. It does seem counterproductive shutting down multiple theaters when you're expanding still. But that is on the villages, not on us. And the villages have changed their mind in the past with current plans. So even if they are thinking about it now and planning to do it now, things may change in the future. Actually, let me show you guys where, if I go to Stonecrest. I just want to show you guys how close, do the satellite view. So if you see right here where it says Stonecrest in the middle of our screen, the Villages Regional Hospital is right down the street from Stonecrest. And the Villages Hospital is in the same area as Spanish Springs, as you can see right here. So to get from Stonecrest to Spanish Springs Town Square, all you have to do is drive right down 27, and it will take you straight to the square. So even if the Villages is not for you, you'd still like to use the amenities of the Villages, like their shopping squares, their entertainment, other communities like Stonecrest can be used for that. And then if you look right here, next to Stonecrest, across the street is actually Spruce Creek South. So they're all within the same area of Spanish Springs in the Villages. Though if that is too close for you, you always have On Top of the World, which is quite a distance from the Villages. As you can see here, it is about a 40-minute drive from the villages to On Top of the World. And so if you like Central Florida, but do not want to be around the traffic of the villages, On Top of the World does give you a little bit of distance from all the action. So if you still want some entertainment in the On Top of the World area, you are very close to Ocala itself. Oop, sounds like we have a special guest back in the building. Here, I'm going to switch over back to the camera for you guys. Thank you for putting up with me. Hopefully no one fell asleep while they were listening.
Well, sorry about that. I said 10 minutes. It was more like 20 minutes. Anyways, what did I miss?
We just went through, I showed them the current inventory in the villages, On Top of the World, Legacy, Stonecrest, Spruce Creek South, and I showed them on the map the different areas, like how far it is to get from like Spanish Springs to like Stonecrest, for example, versus On Top of the World.
All right, well, I guess I'm done here then. You wanna? What a guy, filled right in. All right, cool. All right, let me go over. Let me just play catch up here. Show them Legacy at Leesburg. Did you show them Legacy at Leesburg?
Yep. There was only 4 homes and
Harbor Hills, the community is very nice. For those who live in the villages, it is true the movie theaters, the Spanish Springs around are not going to reopen in the only movie theater. Guess what, though? Man, they've got a movie theater, Laura, in Ocala. I keep talking about Ocala, right? It's called Epic.
That's where we go.
Epic. They have recliner, leather,
Drinks.
padded recliner chairs that you can relax. It is truly an epic experience for the movies.
You can get a glass of beer or wine, or a Jack and Coke Frosty.
Oh yeah, you can get anything. You can get drinks there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Adult beverages. It's an awesome theater. So, yeah, you guys really, anybody who plans on moving here, either to the villages or anywhere in the area, need to go to the Epic Theater. It's in the Heathbrook Outdoor Mall.
And right down the street from On Top of the World.
Right down the street from On Top of the World, says Christian. So you got a lot of thanks, Christian. Thanks to Kevin. Good job, Christian. Christian said you were giving away a free Villages house to one of us tonight. Did I say that?
Hopefully not. Don't want that coming out of my budget.
Yeah. All right. So, anyways, let me kind of go back. Is there anything you couldn't answer that I need?
I couldn't pay attention to the chat too much. I was showing them a lot of stuff on the map. But I did answer the question about the theaters in the villages because I heard the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And who was it? Pointed out that it is a monocolonial.
Yeah, it is. Monocolonial treatment site.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that is true too. I heard that they're not going to reopen. So, and somebody said 100. Well, let me just say, one movie theater for 140,000 people and growing in size every year. Wow. Oh, that was Laura. Laura, there's more than 140,000 people here in the villages. So,
and the surrounding area.
I get it. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of speechless, believe it or not. So, anyways, just another testament as to why I would live in Marion County in the villages. All right, guys. So it's 7:21. We can't go this year, Ira. Karen needs surgery on her Achilles. Ooh, but maybe in 2024 we can go to a bowl game in Miami. Oh, that'd be cool, Kevin. Hey, we have University of Florida. Steve Spurrier Field. So that's a little closer, Kevin. And hopefully by 2024, maybe the Gators will be a little bit better than what they've been performing. Thus, Coach Mullins is out of there. Poor recruiting. That's all I can tell you, Kevin. Poor recruiting. So, yeah. Well, but they don't have bowl games, right, at UF. They have them in Tampa, Jacksonville, Miami. They're all over. We go to Tampa. Anyways, that's, what is that called? Tangerine Bowl? No, that's in Orlando.
Citrus Bowl?
Citrus Bowl in Tampa. Citrus Bowl in Tampa, Tangerine Bowl in Orlando. I don't know what the Jacksonville one is. Who knows? But there we go, Panda Hughes. There we go. Even though my daughter goes to FSU, she broke my heart, but, you know, so she got me a nice shirt that says, Florida State Seminoles Dad.
Remember when I bought you that mask in your face?
So, oh well. Anyways, I still like the Gators. It's funny. All right, so guys, I think we'll wrap it up for this evening. And we will see you in a couple of weeks, right?
Yep, 2 weeks.
2 weeks. On the 20th? So yeah, that's 14 days.
Yes, the 20th.
So December 20th. Then we're probably going to take a break for the holidays. So let's see. Let me look. So the 20th. So the 27th, I'm going to be on vacation. Then the next one's the 3rd. Probably not until
The 10th.
the 10th. So we'll see you on the 20th. And then the Bears are going to the toilet bowl. Hey, my Dolphins, I think they won the last 5 games, which I'm shocked. I'm happy about. All right, everybody. Love y'all. Thank you so much for coming on board. Let's see. And Kevin, give Karen my best, please, about her Achilles, and hopefully she'll come out of that in better shape than she was before, okay? And give Gio a kiss for me. And then we'll see y'all in a couple of weeks. Remember, you could always call me, text me, email me. homesaroundthevillages@gmail.com. I have right now both Paige and Danielle. Both of them temporary, looking for a new assistant. Hopefully I'll have one this coming week that I'll be able to introduce to y'all on the 20th. And then, so there's my phone number, as you all know. Give them the office number, Christian, 352-204-9026. So if you can't reach me for some reason, Paige or Danielle, they're more than capable of answering a lot of the questions. But, oh, and one last thing, if you all are coming, which so many people come this time of the year. Please give me a heads up. Let me know at least a couple weeks ahead of time. I am not going to be here. Christmas is Saturday.
Yes.
Christmas is Saturday. So, I'll be gone from the 24th, 25th, all the way through that weekend anyways. I don't know. We might come back on the 3rd. We'll see. That's only a couple, that's the scheduled 2 weeks anyways.
We'll make the final announcement on the 20th.
All right, so we'll let you know on the 20th what we're going to do. And so you all have a wonderful holiday. If I don't see any of you before the 20th or talk to any of you on the 20th, if any of you are coming to visit, January, February, and March is crazy. It's even crazier than what it already is. So please give us a good heads up that you're coming. Would love to see you. Even if you don't want to go out to see homes, I would love to sit and meet with you. Just a little meet and greet and a little chat would be great. This way, we can talk about when you're wanting to buy a home, what kind of home you're wanting to buy, how much you want to spend. We could set you all up on our auto email system to where you'll start receiving homes, and then you can look and see what the inventory is looking like. So we'll get you all set up. So don't worry about if you're here and you're not here to buy. I'd still love to meet with you. Still love to get you set up on an auto email so we can stay in touch. Okay. So there you go. Ciao from Chicago, as Laura says. Ciao from the villages, as I say. Thank you all so much for attending. And we'll see you in a couple weeks.